Hey everybody, Tommy G here, and we're in Italy. We're in Parma, Italy, right now. It is Sunday, 4:02 in the morning, real early, and we're wrapping up our European tour. For you, if you go back on the channel, we went north up through, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, up to Finland, into northern Norway, down through Sweden, through Germany. Last I was in Rostock, and I did a convoy with my brother-in-law Pete to Rostock, and then I continued on down to Parma, and inadvertently I cut the first half of that video and uploaded it to YouTube, and then deleted the source, not realizing I didn't do that second leg. So I made it down here to Parma, Italy, and my headquarters in not my headquarters in Europe is up in Rotterdam. Um, but I like to end in Naples because that's where my Italian garage is. I guess rather than going north, yeah, I'm gonna take this. So anyway, I've got IBC containers, 11 tons from Parma to Cassino. So I'm gonna take this down. We're gonna go past Bologna, Florence, Terni, Rome, and then into Cassino, and then I'll get a run from there down into Naples as well. So that's the plan. So here's the first run. We have to go in and pick up our IBC containers. I already drove here. Looks like, whoops. It's on the right. I got my sleep, and now it's very early morning, but looks like it's in bay number 6. Not the pickup trucks, but the IBC containers. And so we are in downtown Parma, Italy. I'm gonna try and do this with just the mirrors. I think I can do it with just the mirrors. I'm gonna need the right mirror though. So if I come in a little bit here, now I can bring it back around. Nope, not quite on it there.
Okay,
oh, oh, look at that. I accidentally got it. Alright, let's step outside. Oops, wrong button. Step outside. Look at stuff. Let's get the landing gear. It's on this side. Get the lights, the air all hooked up, run around, try and get out of the rain, pop back inside. I normally bring up our waybill, but I think we bring this thing up, and it doesn't really show us. I guess 9 hours 4 minutes. I think they need it in 23. I think that's in the lower right down there. I think that says that they need it in 23 hours and 52 minutes. But I got 9 hours and 4 minutes left until I fall asleep. And I don't know when. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at that later. But yeah, I got 9 hours until I got to sleep. So let's hit the road. It should be a beautiful drive. We'll get the sunrise and all the things. Didn't I get my wipers on? Parking brakes engaged. Hold on. I don't need the wipers that much. Maybe the wipers were on. Well, and that's off. This is automatic. Oh. Alright, maybe the automatic's not working for some reason. I don't know. Oh, I'm in the wrong set of gears, people. Hold on here. Alright, we got... So IBC containers, if you don't know what they are, it's basically like it's a giant sort of plastic bin. It's heavy duty plastic, and it's used for basically packaging large amounts of loose small items. It could be filled with many different things, but that's what they use in manufacturing, construction, all the stuff. Oh, hold on here. I'm trying to turn my head. I couldn't turn my head to the right for some reason. Maybe the cord. Hold on, it might be my. No, it's behind my headset. My head tracker cord. It's a very light rain. In fact, I can see stars in the sky. So, oops.
Alla rotatoria, prendere la terza uscita.
Not this one, but the next one.
Uscire adesso.
Alright, yeah, so I think it'll stop raining relatively shortly. Yeah, normally I'm in Europe until the end of the month. So for the full 3 months, January, February, March, truck driving in Europe, which would give me a couple more weeks in Europe to drive around. But I'm
Alla
kind
rotatoria prendere la seconda uscita.
of eager to get back to the States to do some baseball prep. Because I think this is a big year for the Texas
Uscire
Ramblers.
adesso.
And that's sort of the premise. But also, to be quite honest, I've got other games I have to play that I'm not going to have much time for this. I need to get on F1 Manager 2023 to fit that in, because I'll have that going concurrent with baseball, and then toward the end of summer, football and baseball. So it's going to be busy for sports. I got to get it ahead of the game.
Alla rotatoria prendere la prima uscita. Uscire adesso.
What is that skipping? That has something to do with the head tracker. Okay, I'm going to have to switch back down into a different gear here. Turn off, you silly thing. Alright, do my thing here. There we go. Back.
Prepararsi
I got
a
them.
voltare a destra.
Closed, right?
Voltare a destra.
So this, I'm supposed to go on the outside and around, not to Malone, but Parma. Okay, I can get my windshield wipers off. The timing should be good here because the sun should be coming up. Oh, I didn't check to see the map to see if they have... Next time I'm at a stop, I'm going to check my map to see if they have a truck dealer in, what's it called? Also to see what kind of truck I need. Now, I'm still on the initial gas that I had in my tank when I bought this truck brand new. But I'm already looking to buy a new truck. If I get the very large tanks, A, you don't have to fill up as much. B, if I'm doing it right, before I run out of that first tank of gas, I'm buying my next truck. There's a little bit of water on my thing there. Alright, what do we got here? Speed limit 80. I'm at 72. Let's get it up and hit cruise. Let's go external for a minute, see what it looks like. Beautiful early morning twilight here. Leaving Parma, Italy. Got an electric train up there to the right. Alright, so I want to be in this... No, I don't want to be in this lane towards Parma. Hold on. I want to be staying left here. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to go back around to Parma, but look at this. Yeah, I'll miss Europe. I'm in the States 9 months of the year. And in Europe for 3. But in this case, it's 2.5. I can't wait to get back to the States. Back to the cutest girls in the world. I wish they all could be. If you couldn't get the reference already, then you're not 50. Look at the like a tequila sunrise. Isn't that neat? That's something. Gonna do a lot more flying right now. At this point, Matt and I have started our Haiti, Dominican Republic bush trip. Now, if you don't like that series, I could understand why I think it's not super high res, because I'm doing it in VR, so I kind of have to scale down. Although I think I do want to make a subtle change. Because I think it's doing it little higher res. I want to drop it down to 1080p because that's what my thing is. I might be able to turn up my graphics there slightly. But I record on what's called a Oculus mirror. So it essentially mirrors what my Oculus VR headset's looking at and renders it, and it's not highly detailed. So, but I gotta tell you, flying in VR is the only way to go if you can do it. It's 3D and it's quite an experience. I don't think it looks bad. It's definitely not high res though, you know. But still, I recommend the trip if you want to see what Haiti and the Dominican Republic look like. It's a good representation. And we're also doing more IL-2 as well. So I think I've learned that this isn't the turn lane, even though it has the arrow there. There's usually a turn lane that comes off of this. Yeah, right there. So I can stay in this right lane, like this tour bus in front of me, and not. And I'm gonna get my high beams off. I don't need the high beams, and my lights will stay on. Yeah, I think this is my auto lights. So I think these will turn off then as it becomes day. But beautiful right here. Let's go to my map, see how far ahead. Yeah, I stay toward the right here. Alright, we're between Parma and Bologna. Bologna off to my left. I have a game called Airport Simulator, and you're doing baggage handling and stuff. And Bologna Airport is a DLC that I do not currently own. But you could do baggage handling at the Bologna Airport up here in northern Italy. And I think I decided next time I'm in Europe next year, I'm going to have my GPS speaking the language of whatever country I'm in. Which right now corresponds exactly. I've got it speaking Italian because I got an Italian trip coming up and I'm trying to learn more Italian, so I'm having to do it. But I think as I go through other countries, I want to hear those languages too, so I think I started doing that once before. Looks like we're making our way up into the mountains a bit. We go up through the Dolomites here in central Italy. Kind of the spine mountain region that goes through the middle of the boot. And then we're going to come down on the Tyrrhenian Sea side, which is the western edge of Italy, that part of the Mediterranean, towards Corsica, Sardinia. What direction are we heading right now? Oh, southwest. As we head down toward, we're actually, like I think I mentioned before this, we're going to pass through Florence, and we're going to pass through Rome. And in real life, I'm going to Rome this summer, so it'll be neat to see it for real. Quite a bit better than seeing it in game. But it'll be interesting to see how well they do. Well, I guess if it says I'm running out of fuel, then I'm running out of fuel. Oh yeah, it's red now. So I'll take the next fuel stop I can find. I think I'm coming down the mountains now. In fact, I'll save me some gas here. And we'll just coast on down. Better gas mileage if we just let it ride, right? I'm coming up on this side right here. I'm going to go back on it. Rome, that's the one we want. Well, I probably want to be in the right lane here. Genoa, Florence. We're going through the middle of Italy. So, yeah, and I'm also we do this easy red game where we're doing World War II stuff. Right now we're doing the campaign, the Chinese campaign, the Battle of Nanking. But by the time I get here next year, we may be onto Italy. So you may be seeing some easy red where we're storming the beaches of Anzio and Salerno. It's good to see some history there. I got my first Empire Total War battle coming up. I do that series on my Twitch channel, Tommy Naperville on Twitch. But we had an actual battle as Poland in our Poland campaign where we were at war with the Swedes. The Swedes came to invade Courland, which is north of Sweden, north and east a little. And we came to their aid. We saw our first actual battle. So I'm going to do the battle summary on YouTube. Reduce that one slightly. That should be fun. It's a battle replay is what it is, and I'll explain what happened in the battle. Alright, again, I'm looking for fuel stops. Okay, I said I saw a sign there for fuel, right? I don't see it on the map yet, but I just saw that the actual sign had a gas pump on it, so I gotta assume it's coming up. Or at least there's an exit for it. Okay, no, here it's coming up on the right. At least I see a place to sleep, and I'm pretty sure I see fuel. 500 meters. Tirana, Roma, 245 kilometers. Yeah, and then Matt and I are also we're starting IL-2 campaigns we're going to do. I think the first one's a Russian campaign in IL-2s. So I'll try and get those on the channel as well. But I'm also trying to get more done. So I don't think, you're not going to see the daily...
Sto ricalcolando il percorso.
The daily...
Voltare a destra.
Although I need fuel. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should have gone to the one on the left. That would have given the guy behind me some room, but I guess he can go to the one on the left. Alright, gonna stop it here, step outside, turn off the engine. No, he's just gonna pull in behind me. No, I'm not moving, guy. You can go behind me. Nimrod. I mean, I should have gone to the one on the left. But he could have easily made it as well. Tank is full, alright. Got a couple of snacks. No, I probably didn't. I would have got right back in the truck because this guy behind me can't figure it out. Look, he didn't even fuel up. He's just going straight through. I had to take him out and show him some manners. Learn him a few. Teach him some manners. It'll be a public service. It'd be an education. I'd be an educator. I'd be helping the man. Alright, back on the road, folks. Let's see what the map looks like. Alright, we're heading. Oh, we went through Florence. I didn't even notice we went through Florence. Livorno is off to our west. This is some of the premier wine growing and bread growing areas in Italy. Initially, the Etruscans, I think, were out here, sort of supplanted by the Romans. They were the first, almost the first to be conquered. But I have a Rome 2 Total War campaign going too, so maybe I'll pick that back up again and show you some of that. But I got so much going on, people. So I do a lot of talking on this channel. I say I'm going to do a lot of stuff, and then I just drive and fly. But I will get more stuff on the channel, because I too would like to do more. And I still didn't do my restaurant. I'll do the restaurant when I get back in the States. I want to get to 80, so I'm going to resume. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. Because now I've matched this guy's speed. Okay, he's going slightly faster. And then he can get in front of me and I can ride in his slipstream and save some gas. There's a tour bus on our left. Beautiful country. Italy's best right here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, and a nice road ride from Florence down to Rome. Let's see, I know I got a couple things that are coming up real quick. I wanted to get done with this, get back to the States and do a little... I did want to do one flight I was going to do for my brother-in-law, Pete. He wanted me to fly out in the area where his pa lives. So, I'm going to fly real quick in upstate New York before the snow melts there. Before heading back on down south. So there you go. And then other things that, you know, again, when you... There's a few things I do on Twitch that you don't really see. When I do my Friday night gaming with my buddies, my friend Eric and my brother-in-law Pete, we do typically like a game called The Headliners. That's a lot of fun, but I don't really put it on YouTube because the playthroughs aren't unique enough. That and, you know, Phasmophobia, it's a bit, you know, they're fun, and I think you can have fun watching them, but I think they're much more fun to play through over and over again than they would be to watch over and over again. You know, going through the same levels. So if you wanted to see that stuff, you can find your way to Tommy Naperville on Twitch. Naperville spelled Naperville, all one string. So it's not Tommy Space Name, it's just Tommy Naperville. Those are broadcast, and then they're up on the channel for a week. Look at that. That is pretty. And then this, I don't know if that's like an orchard there, a grape or a vineyard. Making wine. Now we're probably closer to, yeah, we're close. There's Turney is off to our southeast. We're actually, if our brakes went out, we'd head right for Turney right now. Italy. Look at this Italian countryside. They got a good thing going here in Italy. No wonder this was like, you know, the cradle of civilization. I mean, you know, obviously you could say the Sumerians and stuff like that, the Egyptians, but they didn't have this. Sumeria and Egypt both are kind of arid, desert-like. Look at this place. No wonder Rome flourished. What else to talk about? I'm trying to think. Other than the same stuff, I talk about boring stuff all the time. What else is coming up on my channel? Like I said, I have those 2 flights. We're still doing Easy Red. I'm going to have F1 Manager 2023. Finish the season there. I'm a Haas Motor Group. And I do want to do some more of the rally racing too. So, I don't know. Well, again, like I said, we'll have to see what I fit in. Because I'm getting to try and do get more stuff done, especially in the next couple months. Like I said, we're going on an Italian cruise this summer, and there's a lot of prep for that, and there's a lot of things I need to be doing at night after work, other than gaming. So I'm not going to have as much free time to just do what I want. So yeah, I used to have some, like the channel where I'd have, you know, a few days in a row of a video going up. Here I might have a video and then a couple days off and then a video and then 4 days off, you know, on a good week. So, but I think I got like 3 in a row coming up right here about now. Hold on, where's my best? I'm going toward the trucks. I guess I'll follow this guy. Is it a gate? Yeah, it is a gate. Okay. There we go. For crying out loud. Sorry. I want to get my window down. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm on top of this thing. Here you go. This is my money. Oh, you know what? I'm losing a little bit. That's what it is. I'm losing a little bit of battery power. On my little, I have a little battery-powered keyboard, and when I went to start, I saw the red light flashing like it was like the battery was out, and I was about to take the back off to put a new battery in, or to go find a new battery, and then I saw stuff was flashing on my screen and it was working. I'm like, oh, it's working now. Okay, so I think it's working intermittently, and the battery's going dead.
Tenersi a sinistra.
Roma, Napoli, that's us. Many roads lead to Rome. I just got an achievement. I don't know why. Maybe it's a certain... I'll have to look at that achievement afterwards. Maybe it's a certain amount of kilometers in Italy. Yeah, my company, my fictional company here is based in Rotterdam, Holland, which is why when I go external I've got a Dutch flag, because that's where I'm headquartered. And then I usually pick the flag of the country where I bought the truck. But I already had an Italian flag on a truck, I think. So I oh gosh. I chose the Vatican flag of the Holy See. Also being Catholic, so oops, it seemed to fit well for me. And but I sort of based. So my driver, though, like, you know, you get to place your drivers in different cities. You know, where your truck is based in this place. Now, as the owner of the company, obviously, you're not really based. You could drive anywhere. You are where you are. That's it. But the garage I'm assigned to is in Naples. So that's why I'm kind of returning to Naples. Now it looks like I got a lot going on here. My maps, I'm going to get it slow. This is Rome, right? Is that... Yes, we're coming into Rome now. It's mostly off our right side. But here's the Eternal City. Oh no, I don't be in the left lane. I'm probably going to be in the right lane. This is where I'll be in real life this summer. So kind of excited about that. And we take a cruise, so it leaves from Rome and heads down to Naples. And then it turns around, goes back up, goes to the Italian Riviera. So we'll see Rome, we'll see Napoli, we'll see Florence, we'll see La Spezia. Where else is it going? Portofino, Marseille, Nice, I think Monaco.
Tenersi a destra e poi uscire a destra.
Oh, you're joking. See, now here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that
Uscire a
bothers
destra.
me. They got a block going the other way, too.
Riorientamento.
So I'm not sure how to get to this place now. Because if I can't get to the only roads that go in there, let's go to our map. Alright, so I needed to go in here to go where? Oh, Cassino? Yeah, see, I need to get to Cassino. This is where I need to end up. But it blocked off, right? It blocked off this here, and it's also blocking off this here. So how do you go if this whole thing is blocked off? If I can't get here, then I got to go way up here, across and back down. Because the road from Rome to Cassino is blocked off. So I'm going to follow this around and hope that... When do they need this thing by? Oh, I got to sleep 2 hours anyway. When do they need it? Hold on a second here. Freight market remains 16. Okay, I think I need to sleep. So that'll be good. That'll be good. Is there sleep up ahead here? I'm going to pull in here, go to sleep, and then I'll run this around, and the next day that'll be cleared up. Ooh, that was close because I was starting to think we're going to have a problem. I don't, because I think it says 16 hours. And when you sleep, it's a 9-hour break. So I think that'll leave me still plenty of time. To get down to Cassino. All right, so this will work out okay. And it looks like the sleep spot's right here.
Troverò un nuovo percorso.
Right there we go. Turn off the engine. Step outside. Here's where we are next to this Russian, or no, that looks Turkish truck. I'm not sure. And here we're gonna sleep, and then hopefully they'll clear that log jam for tomorrow. It seems like 90% of the time, when I sleep in Europe, and you get up the next day, it's raining. I don't know what that is or what that's all about. But it's weird. All right, 8:30 p.m. We're gonna wipers on. We're gonna get our. Where's our lights? The lights on. Our high beams for when we need them. Back end here would have had a nice rest. We've gone in there and had some eat. Probably have like showers here. So that would have been nice. Nice little truck stop. Nobody coming. Now we are heading the wrong way still, but obviously we're going to get on that road going back, and if there's a lane closure, then this becomes a 2-episode thing. But I think when you sleep for 9 hours, it's going to reset that stuff. I hope it should. If it doesn't, then that's an issue with the game. You simply wouldn't have a detour like that was in place for 11 hours. That's entirely unrealistic, so I'm going to assume it's it's not like that. It's not going to be like that. So I'm not going to get grumpy prematurely. This is going to be like a theme park ride here.
Tenersi a destra e poi uscire a destra.
Nice looking sunset, even though it's rainy.
Uscire a destra.
We need to get on our brakes here. Yielding 150 meters.
Tenersi a sinistra.
All right, here we go. Back down the highway, and we shouldn't have an issue now if the game's working right. Oops. I'll make my turn here. It's the same oasis that we stopped at. We were on the other side over there on the left, on the north side. This is the south side oasis going back the other direction. We could have made that turn and slept there instead. And then just came out the next morning straight away. That's probably, if I had 2 minutes more to think about it, I would have come up with that. Like in real life, I would have pulled over at that other spot and said, no, you know what, I'm going to continue on.
Tenersi a destra.
All right, it still shows a thing here. So this is a glitch, because this would have been here for 24 hours.
Uscire a destra.
Really? The entire road
Ok, cerchiamo un nuovo percorso.
from Rome to Naples is closed because there's been 2 accidents, one on that side and one on that side. That I don't like. I could see the one being there, but 2, they blocked off 2 exits. There's no real world explanation to why that would be, right? If they had like an accident on that one off ramp, they wouldn't have one on the other one. There's really no reason they would close the road from Rome to Naples. So that's
Tenersi a destra.
That's rather frustrating.
Uscire a destra.
And I have to go right here,
Uscire
I
a
think.
destra.
Right?
Andare dritto.
Ancona, because I got to head towards Ancona now.
Riorientamento.
Yeah, now it's going to reorient me because I'm going to be very late on this whole thing. Because the whole road was closed between Rome and Naples, which is absurd. What are you gonna do? I guess we'll make it an adventure for our last hurrah. We'll go through the area. Oh, I didn't even need to. But I did anyway. So there you go. Well, now the big problem is going to be, I was expecting to be finishing up here pretty shortly. Whoops. And it turns out I'm not. Alright, so it says speed limit 60. So I probably should slow down. I'm just coasting. Now is it? I can't read. It still says 60. Does it say 80 now? It must. If I'm no longer speeding. Alright, let's go outside here for a second. Pretty soon it's gonna say, well, I guess we'll get to see some part of the country, you know, we wouldn't have seen otherwise. So let's look at it the bright side, right? Even though it's the middle of the night. Pretty soon I'm going to hear that the customer wants the thing soon, and we're going to come to Cassino with these IBC containers very late, but we're just going to tell them they wouldn't have closed the road. We would have been here 12 hours ago or however late we're going to be. Oops. I jumped back inside automatically. Well, that's kind of neat. Sorry, I was... So yeah, alright, so things to talk about. Hold on. But okay, so our automatic wipers are on right now. That's nice. Nice to know. Alright, we're leaving Lazio. With a game with Eric and Pete, Eric did talk about we want to do more for the King 2. Again, that's going to be a Twitch thing as well, along with the headliners, Phasmophobia, maybe Escape the Backrooms as well. Following this truck here. And I'm not going to the red lights. Get this down here. Put our card in. Pay it. Go on out. Why is it not going up? Jeez. I'm trying to get my window open this whole time. Turney. We're not going to Turney. Boy, remember we're seeing the signs for that before? If you look at this map, we're actually heading northeast. Isn't that funny? We need to go southeast. We're heading northeast. Funny stuff. It's a funny game. But I guess if this is our last European run until January of 2027, then this maybe we want a nice little long trip. Because 8 months later, I'll be watching this thinking, oh man, it's been 8 months since I've been in Europe driving around. We've been 70. Why? What's going on up? Oh, it's a rondel. 40. Holy cow. Oh boy, and we're right on it. We're right here. I don't want that turn, but I want this one. Here we are. Icona Bologna. I think I looked at one of my potential runs when I was at that place was Ancona, wasn't it? Boy, there are a lot of tolls in Italy, people. I did not know this about the fair country. Oh, I could have done the card over on the right there. I'm just so used to rolling my window down now, though. Oh, I feel like I want to hand them my thing there. There we go. Somebody coming through there. They're gonna have to wait for me.
A voltare a destra. Voltare a destra.
All right. Pescara. We're heading towards Pescara. I saw that guy there. It seemed like he wanted to wait for me. Alright, so now we're heading south towards Pescara. We're on the other side. Or we're heading towards the other side of Italy. Pretty far away from where. Now we're gonna go to Pescara, and then we're gonna head southeast towards Cassino, like Monte Cassino, site of a big World War II conflict. Really, really cool area to visit, I'm sure. I guess I'll just wait for the water to dry off my windscreen. And it will. It'll eventually fade away. But when you got the auto wipers on... See, I want to leave the auto wipers alone because now I just want to wait to see the next time it rains. Well, presumably they'll automatically be on. I won't need to turn them on. Right here we got a turn coming up. Ooh, there's the moon coming up on the horizon there. Oh yeah, it's midnight. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Tenersi a destra e poi uscire a destra.
Pescara Cassino. That's the first time we're seeing our destination city
Uscire a destra.
show up on a sign. That's kind of cool. Guess what? Another one of these. I'm taking the. Oh no, the card, right? Wait, I could do this one? Okay, yeah, this is the automatic one.
Alla rotatoria, prendere la prima uscita.
Okay. Nice evening.
Uscire adesso.
Cassino, that's us. Yeah, see, it looks like the drops have dried off the windshield there. Going over a rail. I didn't do my train life or rail simulator while I was out here. Maybe I'll run that anyway because
prendere la terza uscita.
that'd be an investment anyway. I don't have to be there for that. That's a different engineer who's going to run that. I wouldn't be actually driving the trains myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Uscire adesso.
So, I think I made that turn pretty well. What a beautiful night in Italy. You know? Che bella luna. Out there. I don't know a whole lot of Italian. I'm taking, we're doing Duolingo. Trying to learn some stuff and we're learning some very basic conversational Italian. Really, if you really want to learn a language with Duolingo, you almost have to do pay for the subscription so you could kind of do unlimited and really cook along with the lessons. Otherwise, you get a little bit every day, and that's what we're doing because we're months away from our vacation. We're just doing a little every day. So hopefully by the time we get there, we'll have the ability to, use some very practical Italian. But I know a good deal of French, so if I had to, especially when we're in France, I could say quite a bit in French. Horribly. I'm sure I just sound awful. But I can understand a lot more than I could say, so... Which is perfect. Again, I say one of the benefits to learning another language, especially when it's established as not your native language, is eavesdropping. It is really fun to listen to people when they think that you don't know what they're saying. That's the best, especially if you can call them out and make them feel really uncomfortable. Like they say something and then you say a little bit of something in French. Oh, I guess this is you. You hear my brake squeal? That's what you do when somebody cuts you off like that. When somebody, see, that's a lesson. When somebody super inconsiderate, like this guy here, cuts you off when it's quite clear that they don't have the time to pull out, you have to lock up your brakes and come to an uncomfortably close stop. So this is the Dolomites, I believe. Off our right. Yeah, see, they expect the delivery very soon. And we're not going to be on time. Now you can start to see on the big map, you can start to see Cassino showing up. And you can actually start to see the flashing sign of where we need to end up. I'm going downhill here. But you can also see that that road is very windy. And we're going to need to go slow around a lot of those turns. If you straightened out that squiggly line, even driving on a highway across that distance would take more time than we have. So we're going to be late. I don't think it's going to be spectacularly late. I think it's going to be, I'm going to guess like 3 hours late.
Prepararsi a voltare a destra.
And they're going to take it out of our profit. We're going to lose some money on it, but we'll still make tens of thousands of euros. We'll be okay.
Voltare a destra.
And then so we will do one more episode, is what we'll do. And in that one, I'll get from Cassino down to Naples, and we'll buy a new truck. So that next time I come back to Europe, there'll be a new truck awaiting me. Is there a guy behind me? I think there is. I think there's a guy behind me, like right... No, that's the back of my trailer. One way to find out. No, there's nobody back there. We're leaving Abruzzo. And we're coming downhill on the other side of the Dolomites. That's quite a turn, and you can see that coming. So we took that. We took it a little wide too, but I could at night here. I could see that there wasn't any headlights coming around there. It's a neat little. 200 speeding. What's the speed even? 40. I wasn't even going that far over. Went to a little central Italian village here. Looks like we got quite the turn coming up around. It's like a horseshoe turn here. Right here now I got a downshift. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. No, no. Woo! That was a bit much. I was really close on the line there. That was not well operated. I mean, I didn't get in an accident, but barely. I wouldn't say that was a success. That was an embarrassment. This would be beautiful during the day. I mean, it's pretty now. Even it's not a total wash at night. It's still pretty at night. This is the kind of Italy you'd want to get lost in, you know? This little mountain village. This part of Italy doesn't really see the same problems that the rest of the world does, you know? It's got some insulation from some of the other stuff, you know? The hubbub and the hullabaloo. Yeah, you got all the history, all the beauty. All the tradition. It's all right here.
Prepararsi a voltare a sinistra.
A sinistra. Now I'm wondering if that road off to the right, if that's a what's it called?
Voltare a sinistra.
A hidden road? Because why does it go so far that direction? Usually, if it doesn't go anywhere, it wouldn't go anywhere, you know? It wouldn't go a little ways down and then stop. I know my brother-in-law Pete before talked about, he's got his borders on, you know, where you see the big X's across the road you can't travel on. Mostly because I think he's run into those a few times. Like did I do it? I did it. Oh, when I was going to pick this load up, I bumped one a little bit. If you're not paying attention, you could slam. It's like hitting a wall. But I like the immersion more without them. It looks more realistic when they're not there. You do have to be careful so you don't, you know, run into a place you can't go. But you got to keep a close eye on the map in order to do that. Like you can see, this rondel has, you know, 4 lanes coming in and out through it. You can see that road out to the left, but you can't drive down it. Don't go, copy.
Uscire adesso.
Is he? Oh, good. No, that's the truck that went back that way. I can't tell. I think the police car's behind me. So I really got to pay attention to the speed here. 200 meters, gas, all that stuff. Yeah, I believe this is an Italian police car behind me. I'm making my turn up ahead here.
Alla rotatoria, prendere la prima uscita. Uscire adesso.
All right, we're close. I don't think we're super late. I'm pretty sure we're late, but not all that much. So this was kind of nice. So all right, the next episode's going to be me going down to Naples and getting a new truck. I think. Okay, no, that's not it.
Prepararsi a voltare a destra.
Where's my turn? Coming up right here.
Voltare a destra e poi continuare dritto. Andare dritto.
I'm here.
Abbiamo finito.
4:21 in the morning. And there's my dock right over there. Oh, I gotta right turn this thing. This is not easy. I'm not used to right turning. Sorry about the snapping again. It's the head tracker. Oh wait, is that a... Is that a gate that will open? If that's a gate that will open, I can left turn this thing. Will it open? No. It's not opening. Alright, hold on. We're gonna need to do it differently. I thought that gate would open. I'm like, oh, I could do that. Yeah, again, my head tracker's doing something where it's... Oh, I think because my microphone's in the way. There we go. It's blocking one of the 3 nodes. It uses triangulation to see where your head's looking. And it's blocking one of those nodes. I'm gonna try this using my mirror there on the right. But I may need some... Oh, wait. I may need some to do the top-down assistance on this. Because I gotta get around that truck. It's on the other side of that truck. Alright, so... I'm just using my mirror. I'm really close to this side over here on my left. Oop. Must have hit the truck. Alright, I'm gonna use the assistance, folks. This is what I mean by assistance. This one right here. What this is me going out and getting a guy saying, hey, could you stand back there and let me know how I'm doing? And he'll help guide me in. So he'd be like, alright, a little this way, a little this way. Alright, now I want to bring it around. Look at this. Yeah, see, this would be with somebody helping me much easier. Because now it's just a geometry thing. And now I'm like, okay, guy, thanks, you can go. Because I'm going to get back in and do this one. Stop right there. Alright, so now the brake on. Step out here. That's what we're looking at. Oops. Outside. Whoa. Whoa. Wait. Whoa. Here we go. And my thing is right here, right? Yeah. Landing gear. Late? We knew that. How late? 35 minutes. That's not bad. Considering that... Oh, look, I going up a level. Level 33. No, 32. Oh, man, that is awesome. Oh, I don't have much more of these to do, so I'm going to add to just-in-time delivery and apply that extra skill perks, people. All right, now if I go here really quick and I look for services, truck... Wait, first I want to go to company, truck manager. And I want to take my brands. 2 DAFs, 2 Ivecos, 2 Mercedes, 2 Renaults, 2 Scanias, 2 Volvos. I need a man. I need a man. So if I go to truck dealers, There's an Iveco in Rome, a Volvo in Naples, Scania. I guess maybe I'm not getting one. There was one Turin. Where did I go? I was Parma. I guess I came through Verona. Scania. Do I know about? There's a Mon in Marseille. So it looks like I'm not going to get a truck now. I don't know what they have in Taranto. What they have in Daf at Thessaloniki. So I'm going to get a job to, I'll do it now. I'll get a job to Naples. I'll finish off there. When I come back in January next year, I'll have my first run out to Marseille because I know that we'll go past through Genoa and all that stuff like that through the Riviera, and we'll get there because I know I can get a truck there. So that's what we'll do. So let's go back to the job board and just make this a long video. Freight market. Do I need some sleep though? Let's figure that out again. Let's go outside and see where I am for sleep. I don't think I need any. Oh yeah, 2 hours. I better sleep here. All right, so let's go. Let's find a spot to sleep. Sleeping. This looks like a hotel. So I'll go here. Let's go there, and then we'll move on, right?
Mettiamoci al lavoro.
All right, so we're pulling out of here. The cool thing about the single player one, when you leave the trailer there, it's still there. There's the IBC containers that we hauled all the way down from Parma down here to Cassino, Italy. We're gonna spend the night, get some sleep, then we're gonna get that run down to
Andare
Napoli.
dritto e voltare a sinistra. Voltare a sinistra.
I can't believe I had to fill this thing up with gas. So disappointing that I have a truck that's so old I needed to fill it up. I don't want to stop at gas stations if I'm doing it right. I'm kidding. I just got so much money going through the company right now. Actually, my American companies made. Oh, I should do that. Okay, next time when I get to America, I'll value out my company, just a general valuation of what I could sell my company for. And then when I come back here again in January, so come back to Euro Truck Simulator January 2027, and I'll value this company along similar lines. It's not going to be valued as
Alla
much because, like I said,
prendere la prima uscita.
mostly because I'm driving in the States for 9 months out of the year, and I'm driving here only 3 months.
Voltare a sinistra. Eccoci arrivati, sani e salvi.
Alright, neat looking little hotel. Oh, this is going to be a nice place to stay. I'm going to stay here in Cassino while I read up on the culture and the history. And then, so some guys do park their trailers off to the side. That's what I like to do. And then go, explore. So let's do this. Let's get another night of sleep. Turn it off. We'll step outside and we'll go to bed. Can you believe that's not raining? All right, so now, again, we're going to go to the jobs. We just need a quick job down to Naples. And I'm almost certain there should be one on page 2. What? How could there not be one in Naples? I think we're going to have to do an external contract. I think it's coming to that. Just to get to Naples. All right, rough terrain forklift. What's the oh, this one's good. I think that's going to be the one. Although how much time? They have plenty of time, right? Yeah, that's it. We're going to bring, what did I say? Because to Naples, cars. From the Piac, or whatever it is, to the Logistico. It's a fragile cargo, standard delivery, high value. That'll bring us 5,000. Yeah, we almost got €1 million in the Banco. So this one will be okay. All right, let's go.
Al lavoro.
All aboard. I'm kidding. So now I get to see Cassino, Italy during the day. Oops. And when... Hold on. And now when somebody orders
Sto
clams
cercando un
Cassino...
nuovo percorso. Voltare
You know the
a
original.
sinistra.
Hello, officer.
Alla
Look
rotatoria
at the nice...
prendere la seconda
Are they
uscita.
driving... Are the police driving Alfa Romeo here? I don't know the history of Alfa Romeo. I mean, I know they got an F1 team. But I always thought it was an Italian
Uscire adesso.
thing. But I know, like, the Alfa Romeo Formula 1 team is based in the UK. So I don't know. I'll miss driving my Iveco, but I'll have one more run at least. I'll have one more when I get back to Europe next winter. I'll drive this from Naples up to Marseille and buy a new MAN. And then I'll have 2 of all the trucks.
Prepararsi a voltare a destra.
So this is the place I dropped off at last night.
Voltare a destra e poi continuare dritto.
So I come back, 10 hours later. Okay, guys, remember me?
Andare dritto.
I dropped
È
the
stato un
IBC
viaggio.
containers. Are they still there or no? No, they unloaded. They unloaded the IBCs and they got these. So these are all actually, and again, if you're new to the game, all these trailers here are actual in-game trailers that are going to in-game locations. Like, I could take any one of those trailers to their destination. I just already accepted this one here in day 1. Oh, is that Monte Cassino up on the hill up there? Like the famous monastery that got bombed by the Germans in World War II? Or the Americans, actually, because the Germans used it as a fortress. I'm not going to make it, but I'm off a little. Oh,
Possiamo
I
partire.
guess I got caught on it. Alright, I made the kingpin. Let's step outside. Yes, we're going to take these cars from this iconic place all the way down to, just down the road to Naples, Italy. It's an electric one. Check out these cars. They're all strapped on there nice. You can see the straps. And this, again, you usually test, I test my brakes. They're good. You got your turn signals are working. We got air. We got electric. All the things. Gonna check our way bill. Oh, no, I can't check the way bill. Never mind. Okay, but there we are. There's the thing. Okay, hop back inside. Look out the window as we roll across the pavement. Trailer's coming with us. Some nice new cars. We're in Italy, going to a dealer down in Naples, where my company's headquartered in Rotterdam, but I am stationed at my Naples garage. That's where I'm officially stationed.
Andare dritto.
And that's where I end my European tour. When I head back to the States. I hand over the keys to my property manager, and she takes care of things for 9 months. I can actually buy a couple of trucks. I think I don't have anybody in my garage at Thessaloniki. I need to hire another driver. Actually, I should look at my driver thing. I hope I don't have a truck sitting around with no driver. I'll be so embarrassed. Because I got a few bays in Thessaloniki, Greece
Alla
to fill.
rotatoria prendere la prima uscita.
So as I hire new drivers, I'm sending them to
Uscire
Greece.
adesso.
Autostrada. I
Andare
think that's
dritto.
Car Street, right? That's where I stayed last night. Here in Cassino. It should be a beautiful little run.
Alla rotatoria, prendere la prima uscita. Uscire adesso.
Roma Napoli. Cart. I want the card. Alright. Hey guy. It uses the card on my dash there. I forget what I have on my dash. Which way am I going? This way to Napoli. That's right. Why would I question that? I know I'm going to Naples. Why not follow the streets if it's that clear? Have I been? I haven't been on this road right here. This is new road right here. Once I get on the highway down to Naples, that's all familiar territory. I've been on that highway. But right now, right here, I'm adding to the percentage of the map that I've explored. It looked like off in the distance that bell tower had scaffolding. No, it's just high power voltage lines. Going a little fast for the off-ramp, but who's keeping score really, right? This guy's got like the same load I do. Got a lot of cars going down to Naples. Set my cruise even though I don't need to. It's not a long drive from Cassino down to Naples. Here it is right here. Napoli. Just looking around here.
Tenersi a destra e poi uscire a destra.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's a boundary. Like I'd hit a wall if I tried to go down that highway. But it looks much better without the boundary. You know, without the X's. It looks like I could go there if I want. But I've got to go over here, so I'm not going to go over there. Do you know what I'm saying? I had to scratch my head, sorry, and then I had to hit my microphone. I had to do both of those things. First scratch your head, and then hit the microphone with your hand. Alright, so yeah, Cassino up the road. Oops. Napoli or Naples, as you might know, down this way. Napoli on the sea. Napoli sur mer. Gotta come on over because I'm pretty sure my turn isn't going to be far. Let's look at the big map. Yeah, we come around this corner and then we're at the northern edge of Naples. You might get to see Vesuvius. But yeah, there's the big map where we are. Look at that countryside. We're officially entering into southern Italy. From central to southern Italy. Naples is considered, I guess, the northern edge of southern Italy. Now I kind of want to see where I'm going here. Alright, so I'm going to take a right up ahead here. Do a teardrop loop. End up pretty much going the same way, but on the other side over there. Napoli Nord. It's North Naples. That's what we're doing. Oh, and there's our spot. So our destination is up here in North Naples.
Tenersi a destra e poi uscire a destra.
Look at that. It's right off our left if we...
Uscire
Oh!
a destra.
That's what happens when you look one direction and twist the steering wheel the other. I'm a funny guy. On this European trip, I had a couple rough drives. But I do believe I fixed this truck. When I come back here in January, I'll fix this truck up real nice. Maybe when I get to Marseille, before I buy my next Mon. And like I said, then I'll have 2 of all the trucks. So I'll deliver this load and then I'll head down to my garage. In Naples, and I'll end the journey there.
Alla rotatoria prendere la seconda
It
uscita.
says it's 28 degrees Celsius. Seconda uscita?
Uscire adesso.
I think it's on the left, so I want to make my way over here on the left. But yeah, this was a nice, easy run here. This one, wasn't it? I mean, wasn't it? And there's a truck, a truck repair place up here on the right. Oh, it's actually a Volvo dealer. Too bad I don't need a Volvo.
Prepararsi a voltare a sinistra.
Just buy one right here in Naples. Nobody coming, so I'm
Voltare a
clear.
sinistra.
E-Logistica.
Fine del viaggio.
Where? In the back. Alright, so I want to left turn it. So I'm going to go around the right side. You understand why? Look at the stuff we got going out here. So I'm going to pass it by on my left, which means I'll be able to do those left turns easy. Now I'm back here so I can put my windows down. Because what does it do? A wind does. And what am I in, like the middle? Yeah, right here. This guy looks like this guy's taking a nap, doesn't it? Hey, Antonio. Wake up. Daydreaming, son. You got a shipment coming in at 4:27 p.m. on a Monday? End of the day. Although it's odd that I'm leaving cars in a freight bay, isn't it? I'm dropping cars off in a warehouse bay. I gotta be careful here. If I miss that too far, I end up hitting the forklift. Hit that wall there. I'm a little close to the forklift, but I can salvage this by cracking it back around this way, right here. Boom! Actually, hit the back. Little before, just an inch to get it off the wall. Step outside. That's not bad, right? Hold on. Going over here by Antonio. He's like, yeah. Alright, we're gonna unhitch this thing. Nice new cars. Excellent. Yeah, that wasn't a big drive. So let's now go down to my garage in town. We'll call it quits. I've been on this job a lot. Here I am. I'm all the way down here. So it's a bit of a run, but we'll show you Naples. Oops. Oh, I gotta say drive. And again, good thing about oops. About single players when you leave. I guess I should have gone around the other way. You know, your trailer's still there. The cars I just bought are still there. They don't disappear. When you're doing multiplayer, your load disappears. And it's like, really? They processed it that quickly? Leave now, take a left, right? It's a bit loud. But it'll get a little less loud once we get going. I think. My brights on. I guess I turned my lights off. 4:37. I should get down to my garage before I need lights on. Although it looks like other cars have their lights on. Alright, there we go. Maybe I'll just leave the daytime running lights on. Yeah, we've been on this stretch of road. More than a few times. I hear the wind. Looks like we gotta do this little turnaround.
Prepararsi a voltare a destra.
I haven't been on this road straight ahead yet.
Voltare a destra.
Just kind of I used gravity there just to slow me down. I never touched the brake or anything. And I'll use it to speed me up here. Oh my gosh. That was some bad driving, folks. Don't do as I do. I think they have to wait for me. They yield that way. There's some traffic. I think last time I was there was some major traffic.
Alla rotatoria prendere la seconda uscita. Uscire adesso.
Napoli. Heading to Naples Center. Yeah, sorry if it's a little loud. I don't think it's too loud. I mean, it's loud in my earphones. I think I noticed on here, it's louder in my earphones, which is good because it makes it sound like it really would for me. But I think for some reason I turned the levels down so that it's not as loud on the recording. Sometimes it seems like it's really loud in my head, but it's not that loud. there's Naples as
Voltare a
you're used to seeing it.
sinistra. Voltare
The
a
backdrop
sinistra.
there up on the mountainside. In fact, we should be Vesuvius should be right there, right? Isn't that? It's not there. It's over here on the left.
Prepararsi a voltare a destra.
And there's some old bombed out buildings here from the war. This is kind of cool. Like right here.
Non
That's
importa,
kinda cool.
troverò un nuovo percorso.
But I think that's Vesuvius right there.
Alla rotatoria prendere la seconda uscita.
That's what that is.
Uscire adesso.
Centro Porto. That's what. Yeah. So that's Mount Vesuvius in the distance, and Pompeii would be on the southern edge of that volcano. And in 50 years, a little more than 50 years, it'll be the 2000th anniversary of the eruption that buried the town. I guess that'll be a pretty big deal in 2079. I probably will not be here with you folks. I was born in 1972. So I was here for the 900 year anniversary. But
Alla
I
rotatoria prendere la seconda uscita.
would be 107 in 2079. So I guess it's possible,
Uscire adesso.
but if I were a gambling man, I wouldn't bet on me being for that.
Prepararsi a voltare a destra.
Again, the 2000th. So in 1900s. Yeah, I was here for the 1900s. It's not the 1,000 year anniversary. It's the 2,000 year anniversary. There's the port of Naples. There's a cruise ship out there, much like the one that we'll be docking in port. It'll be the second time I've been on a cruise that's docked in Naples. The first time
Tenirsi a destra e poi voltare
was
a
for
destra.
my honeymoon.
Voltare a destra.
And this time it's a cruise with the family. Now again, I think in Europe here you cannot turn on red.
Prepararsi a voltare a destra. Voltare a destra.
Alright, here we are at the garage in Naples.
Siamo arrivati a destinazione. Alla prossima.
This is look at this. This is a new thing. They've actually got a truck in. Is that one of my other trucks? Is that might be one of my other trucks. Hold on, let's shut this thing off. I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see. We will come back here. Sorry. To Naples in January 2027 when we're back in Europe. Until then, see you back in the States. Tommy G, bye now.